After the U.S. and Ukraine spoke, U.S. officials are now holding talks with Russian delegates in Saudi Arabia. This comes after Russia blasted Ukraine's port of Odessa with a massive drone attack. Retired four-star General Jack Keane joining me now. General, we've been through this before. It seems to me the Russians are not letting up on their attacks, even as talks begin in Saudi Arabia. What should we be doing about it?
Well, first of all, let's commend this process. There is a definite peace process that's taking place, and certainly the initiative belongs to President Trump, as does the credit. I mean, the ideal situation is Ukraine is talking to Russia and negotiating this out, but that is not the case. But it is a peace process. We're talking to Ukrainians, and we're talking to the Russians. They're in the same place, but in separate rooms. And out of that, we'll know what the differences are and what we have to do to bridge those gaps. And that's a positive thing. I think a couple of things. One, reference the attack on Odessa. This is a pattern out of the Russian playbook. We're going into negotiations, and what are they doing? They're hammering the enemy in one of the most valued places, Odessa. This is a place that Russia really wants to own and always have had it as an aspiration as part of southwestern Ukraine. So they know it's a touchstone for the Ukrainians that destructive attack has taken place. This is leverage for them in the negotiations. That is the way they operate. In terms of the negotiations themselves, Stuart, in talking to our senior government officials who are involved in this process, one, they know Ukraine removed any conditions they had for a ceasefire. And as such, they willing accept a temporary ceasefire of 30 days with no conditions. The Russians have balked at that. And what they have admitted to is a moratorium on energy attacks. And now what's being discussed is attacks in the Black Sea on shipping. And we'll see if that can be achieved. I think it will be. The reason is the Russians are all for it. Why? Because Ukraine has knocked out 28, hold on to that thought, 28 U.S. Navy ships in the last 2+ years. They don't have a Navy, but they knocked them out, and the Russian Black Sea Navy had to leave the Black Sea as a result of it. So the Russians are very interested in getting their Navy back into the Black Sea. So likely that will be achieved, I would imagine. But the big issue, Stuart, is a 30-day ceasefire of all fighting, and is Russia really intent on a peace agreement? Our senior U.S. officials have said, you know, privately, the jury is still out, Stuart, on whether Russia is sincere about a future peace agreement. These negotiations this week will begin to reveal whether there is sincerity or not.